looking to buy a new home right here in Houston, Texas, but you don't know where to start? There's so many different builders, so many different neighborhoods. Well, in today's video, we're doing a builder spotlight on David Weekley Homes, one of the most well-known builders right here in Houston, Texas. And in today's video, we're gonna walk you through all the things that make them very unique as a builder, what truly sets them apart from all of these other home builders here in the Houston area. So if that interests you, stick around and let's get after it right now. So, as you're considering what builder to purchase with when you're looking in the Houston area or even build a home with, I think it's important to know that not all builders are created equal. And so I want to tell you what makes David Weekley exceptionally unique from all of the other builders. So David Weekley, right when you come into their homes, the first thing that the salespeople are going to typically tell you about is going to be their energy efficiency. So a lot of people don't think about energy efficiency when they're buying a home. They just kind of assume that all homes are created equal, but that is not the case. They're actually one of the only diamond level builders when it comes to energy efficiency. And what that means is they actually have a completely different construction method than the other builders. They're going to use 2x6s in all of their exterior walls, as opposed to 2x4s, which is your kind of common construction practice here in Houston. And so when they do use those exterior 2x6s, it actually takes the stud spacing from 16 inches to 24 inches, and it allows them to stuff a lot more insulation into the walls, which translates to lower energy bills. So not only are you getting a more structurally sound product because they're using 2x6s, you're also getting a more energy efficient product. And not only is it energy efficient, but they actually stand by it. They have a 3-year guarantee. It's called the David Weekley guarantee. And what they'll do is when you close on your home, you'll sign off on a sheet of paper that states what they expect your estimated monthly energy bills to be. And if there's any deviation from that over a certain percentage, they'll actually send somebody to come out, evaluate the home, make any necessary repairs needed to make sure the home does perform as promised, and then they'll actually reimburse you the difference of those energy bills from what they project. So quite literally, I can't think of any other builders out there that stand by their product as much as David Weekley when it comes to their energy efficiency. Now, in terms of build quality, I think it's important to understand that a lot of the different builders in Houston, including David Weekley, are going to build different sized products. And with different sized products comes different price points, and it also comes with different levels of quality. And so typically the smallest homes you're going to see in these master planned communities are going to be about 40-foot wide products. And so they're going to sit on a 40-foot lot. That means the home itself will be 30 feet wide. These are typically your starter homes, your entry-level homes. And I'm not saying they don't have nice finishes, but they're going to have more basic finishes than their higher-end products. And so they're going to have different levels when it comes to building packages. So depending on where you purchase in the city and what neighborhood you purchase in and what product you purchase in, you're going to have the opportunity, if you go the build route, to go and pick everything out. And so when you do that, depending on what product you're building, you're going to have access to different levels of finishes in the design center. And so you're really going to get to make that home yours. You're going to have that custom experience no matter what price point you're at. Now, if you decide not to dirt build and you decide to just pick one of their inventory homes, then you're still going to get an amazing home where their designer picked everything out. And I want to key in on a couple things once again, because the goal of this video is to make David Weekley stand out from the other builders. And so one thing you'll notice in their homes is they put a lot of really quality finishes as standard features. And so any David Weekley home that you walk into that has 8-foot doors in it, they're actually going to be solid core, solid wooden doors. And I know that you probably have not even considered that before, but it makes a difference. It makes a difference in sound, and you can just feel it when you open the door. I mean, quite literally, it feels like a better product. And so they're going to have these touch points. They're going to have real pine baseboards, and you're just going to notice it in the overall quality and look and feel of their homes. You're just going to have higher end finishes as standard features. So another thing that I actually appreciate about David Weekley is they're a privately owned company, and you might think that might not make a difference, right? What's the difference between privately owned and publicly traded? Well, when it comes down to facing hard times like we did during COVID, there are going to be certain builders that have a fiduciary responsibility to their investors to do what makes them the most money. And then there's going to be the privately owned builders that are able to make an actual moral decision, what's best for their customers. And that's really what we got to see with David Weekley during COVID, was they were able to not just go after the dollar, but really stand by their customers and do a lot of things that a lot of the other builders weren't able to do to accommodate their clients. And just so I can give you one example of what I'm talking about, during COVID, a lot of the builders actually had to come back to their clients and ask them for more money because the cost of materials had gone up. And David Weekley was actually one of the only builders that didn't have those escalation clauses in their contracts because their owner, David, just didn't think that it was right. And not only are they a privately owned company, but one thing that I love about them is they're actually based right here in Houston. 45 years ago, they built their first home right over in Atascocita, but now they're in over 20 different marketplaces. And so they've really figured out how to build a great product and give clients a really good experience, but they do have skin in the game. They're right here in the Houston area, and they care a lot about their reputation, and so they really do a great job of taking care of all of their clients. Now, some unique identifiers of a David Weekley home that you're going to notice right when you walk in is no matter what size product, whether it's a 40-foot product or their largest product, they're really going to prioritize that open concept living space. They're going to give you these massive kitchen islands, and they really want that heart of the home to be as big as possible. And so it really is inviting. So for those people that are looking for those open concepts, I think you're going to find them when you walk into a David Weekley. Now, comparing David Weekley to the other builders here in Houston, I would say that they're actually found in more communities than most. As you're exploring Houston, maybe you haven't narrowed down the area just yet, but you click with David Weekley, chances are you're gonna be able to find David Weekley building in a neighborhood that you're gonna love. Now, a lot of clients have different definitions of what a custom home is. And so my definition of a custom home is when quite literally you start from scratch, you get with an architect, and you draw up home plans all the way through the completion of the home. Now, with David Weekley, in the master plan communities that we feature, that is not how they go through their design process. What you're gonna do is you're gonna walk in, you're gonna meet with one of their sales professionals after reaching out to us, of course, and you're going to pick a floor plan that you love. And then from there, they're gonna have standard options within that floor plan that you can optimize to ultimately build you your dream home. But that doesn't mean that they're going to allow you to move walls around like some custom builders will. However, they do have a build on your own lot program. And so what that program does is it allows you to take all of the great qualities that you love about David Weekley, from their energy efficiency and their customer service, and translate those to building a fully custom home on your own lot. So if you do own a piece of property and you love everything about David Weekley, they can absolutely build you your dream home. One other thing that I've noticed when comparing their homes to other builders, specifically in my neighborhood, is as I walk through the different inventory homes they have available, their secondary bedrooms are actually bigger than a lot of other builders. And I really appreciate that. For me, on a personal note, nothing's more frustrating than spending a bunch of money on a 3,000 plus square foot home, only for all of the secondary bedrooms to be really, really small with tiny closets. And so that's one thing that I've noticed sets David Weekley apart from some of the other builders, is that they don't cut corners on those secondary spaces. Their media rooms and playrooms are massive, and those upstairs secondary bedrooms are going to be quite large as well. Hey, real quick, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living right here in Houston, Texas, subscribe to our channel, tap that bell for notifications. That way we can keep you up to date on everything going on right here in Houston, Texas. My name's Kyler Ferris. I'm the broker owner of Ferris Realty, and we get calls, texts, emails, you name it, every single day from people just like you looking to move to Houston. So if that is you, don't be shy. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email, or hop down in those comments and click on that survey link, and a member of our team will reach out to you immediately, and we would love to help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. So for those of you that don't know or haven't purchased a new construction home before, pretty much all new construction homes are going to come with a home warranty, and David Weekley is going to have one as well. So their warranty is going to be what's called a 1-2-10, and so it's 1 year on all cosmetic fixes, right? Like paint touch-ups or anything that maybe wasn't perfect right before you closed on the home that you just didn't notice. Then it's a 2-year warranty on all of your mechanicals, like your AC and your electric, and then you're also going to be able to register those appliances through the manufacturers to get extended warranties on those. And then you're going to have a 10-year warranty on all structural, meaning the framing of the home. If there was ever an issue or if there was any kind of foundation issue, that would be covered up to 10 years. And so that is definitely one of the perks when you are looking to build or buy new construction is a home warranty, and you're going to get that right here with David Weekley. Now, not only are they a privately owned company, but I think it's important to note they're also employee owned. And what that means is that the employees actually get to share in the profits of the company. And so the longer that the salespeople or employees are with the company, the more that they have a vested interest in it. And in my personal experience in working with tons of salespeople from really all across the state of Texas is when they're employee-owned salespeople at employee-owned companies, they typically are going to offer you a higher level of customer service. So my final thoughts on David Weekley are this. If you're looking around the Houston area and you want a builder that really prides themselves in energy efficiency, and it's not just all talk, but they stand behind their product, then you really should look further into David Weekley. If you want those open concept floor plans that are really inviting in that heart of the home, to make those special memories with your families, and you want those extra touch points, you want those secondary bedrooms being larger than most other builders, or those game rooms and media rooms being massive, then you definitely should explore David Weekley as a builder. And as always, if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below, and that's where you're gonna find our contact information. Fill out that quick survey, and a member of our team would reach out to you immediately because we would love to help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. So thanks so much for watching, and go check out some of our other videos.